Okay. So if I go to teambeachbody.com, okay, I'm automatically logged in. Like, unless you log out, the system's going to keep you logged in. So you've got to make sure that you're logged out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to sign out at the top up here. Okay, now that I'm signed out, I can now go to my Beachbody customer coach page. So I would go to www.beachbodycoach.com, Murphy Fit 2. Okay, here's my coach page. Now, right here, buy a challenge pack. There it is. So I'm going to click buy a challenge pack. That right there is my challenge pack page that I would send to my potential customers. So in order to get that link, I just come up here, I highlight it, I right click it, and I copy it. You copy that link, you send it to whoever you want via email, via private messaging on your Facebook page, whatever it may be. And it will automatically, when you send that link, the system will recognize it as yours, because at the end of the link right here, see where it says rep ID 201244? That's my coach ID. So when you do this on your own, at your own customer website, it's gonna pick up on your coach ID. And that way, when you send that link to your customers and they buy any one of these challenge packs, you're getting the credit for it. So I just wanted to make sure that was clear for everybody when it comes to how do I send my challenge pack link. There was a lot of people that got thrown by that in the past couple of weeks. Okay, now while I'm still on the screen share, I want to share with you a couple other things. Let's see. I want to take you to a couple of PowerPoint slides that are going to illustrate the concept of team cycle bonusing, how income is earned once you achieve the rank of Emerald. So once you achieve the rank of Emerald, you have the opportunity to earn not only the retail commissions from your own customers, but also bonuses based on the volume of the coaches that you sign up. And I want to illustrate it for you. I'll show you how it works. So I'm going to take you to a PowerPoint here. Okay. So we're talking about team cycle bonuses for active Emerald and above. This is how it works, guys, just so you have it clear in your mind. For every 300 total volume earned in your downline organization with a ratio of 200 to 100 between the two legs, you receive a payout. As an Emerald, you'll receive $14 per cycle. As a Ruby, you receive $16. And as a Diamond, you receive $18 per cycle. You can cycle up to 96 times a day, and the unused volume carries over to the next day. So I know that might sound like, well, what does that mean? Let me show it to you in a visual. Sorry. Okay, so here you are with Emerald status. So you have signed up as a coach, and then hopefully eventually you will have 2 coaches that you personally sponsor, one on your right, one on your left. You earn your unlimited retail commissions here. So all your challenge pack customers, your challenge group customers, maybe you have occasional Shakeology customers, whatever it may be, there's unlimited retail commission that you can achieve. And some coaches, they don't bother to build. They don't bother to recruit new coaches, and they do tremendously well just with their own retail commissions from their challenge groups and their challenge pack customers and their Shakeology home direct customers. It can add up very quickly. But the real substantial building and income growth happens normally for most coaches when you start to build an organization. And so let's say you sign up 2 coaches, one on each leg. What will happen is for every 200 volume points that rise up one leg and 100 volume points that rise up the other, you receive that cycle. So to illustrate a very simple example, let's say, and the Beachbody pay week goes from 12:01 a.m. on Wednesdays. So tonight at midnight, the system refreshes. At 12:01 a.m., it begins the new Beachbody week. It goes from 12:01 a.m. Wednesday to midnight the following, 12:01 a.m. Thursday morning to midnight the following Wednesday. And during that week, Beachbody is tracking the amount of volume that is accumulating in not only the coaches that you've personally sponsored, but also all of the coaches that have been placed under you. So some of you may find that periodically there will be other coaches who appear under you in your downline. Usually it's on one particular leg, not always. And what's happening in that instance is that you have coaches above you who are sharing a leg. You're sitting on the same leg as them. And so if one of those coaches above you somewhere signs somebody up on that leg, the only way that they can put them in the organization is by dropping them down to the bottom of that shared leg. And that's what makes this so powerful. All of a sudden you're like, whoa, I have a coach under me that I don't know who this is. You don't have to do anything. They're not yours to contact. You can if you want. I mean, if you want to try to find out who that is and you want to reach out to them because you find that they're really not doing much, fine. But they're not your responsibility. And the cool part about it is regardless of whether or not you do anything with that coach, all the volume and all the growth that they bring on, you get all those volume points. It benefits you just as much as it benefits the coach that signed them up. So going back to this example of team cycle bonusing, let's say you have this coach here that you signed up. And in the current pay week, that coach has a total of 200 volume points. And then over here, you have another coach that you've signed up. And that coach has a total of 100 volume points. Well, there you have it. That would pay you $14 in bonus that week for what your coaches under you have achieved. Now, I'll give you another example. Let's say this coach has done 1,000 volume points. And this coach over here has done 500 volume points in a given week. Well, over here, you know that 1,000 divided by 200 is 5. So I need 5 times 100. I need 100 points on my weak leg to get my 5 full cycles. And that would equate to 5 full cycles. You would actually have 5 times 14 would be your bonus payout for that week. And this starts to grow very, very quickly because it's not only the coaches you've signed up, but all the other growth that happens under you that you've had nothing to do with. Those points count in your bonusing. The last example I want to give you to help you understand the concept of carryover is, let's say, for example, you have 1,000 points on the strong leg, and over here on this leg, you have 100 points. Well, you have 1,000 points over here, giving you the potential to have 5 cycles, because again, 1,000 divided by 1,000 divided by 200 is 5. So I would need 5 times 100. I would need 500 points on my weak leg, but I only have 100. Well, because I only have 100, I'm only going to get that one cycle because I don't have the other 400 volume points. So what happens is the 100 gets exhausted on this leg, 200 come off the strong leg. That leaves you with a remaining 800. Those 800 points carry over to the next week. You never lose the points. And so what happens is, as your organization grows, you typically will have one leg that's stronger than the other. And that's a good thing. I mean, in the perfect world, you want to have a 2-to-1 ratio. But if you don't, it's okay, because the volume points that don't get used just carry over week to week. You know, I currently have on my strong leg, just to give you an example, my strong leg has 850,000 volume points. My weak leg has like 50 because I'm constantly exhausting my weak leg and I'm pulling from my strong leg. But I'm so out of balance that I'm trying to catch up to that strong leg. It's not a bad thing. It's just illustrating this whole point of carryover volume and how it works. So, that's just all I really wanted to give you in terms of team cycle bonusing and how it works. There's your Emerald rank. Here's your Ruby rank. It's when you have 2 personally sponsored coaches on each leg, one of which, so you got to have one of these 2 coaches on each leg, has to be an Emerald. That gives you your Ruby. And then Diamond is when you have 4 personally sponsored on one leg, 4 personally sponsored on the other leg, one of which is Emerald on each leg. The next step beyond that is when you have personally sponsored coaches who also achieve Diamond. And when that happens, you earn a star. So when you hear that somebody is a 3-star Diamond or a 5-star Diamond, it simply means that not only are they Diamond, but they have personally signed up coaches, or let's use the example of a 3-star Diamond. It means that they have personally signed up 3 coaches who have achieved Diamond, and that gives them a star each time. Once you hit the level of 2-star Diamond, Beachbody pays you a quarterly bonus from the company's revenue. And that quarterly bonus increases as you rank up in stars. It goes 2-star bonus, 5-star bonus, 10-star bonus, and those bonuses can get very, very substantial. Okay, and I know this is distant thinking, but I'm just giving you the roadmap as to where this can go for you in the future. And the way to get here is, honestly, just keep doing what you're doing with your challenge groups, getting people results, and hitting Success Club every month. That is an organic way that this growth will happen for you in the long term. Okay? All right. Let me just make sure I had nothing else on the screen share. Last thing I want to show you on the screen sharing, just so you know where to find these documents, because I'm going to refer to them in a little while. Back on the Team Beachbody, the Team Euphoria Facebook page. Let me go there now. All right, if I go to Team Euphoria, here on this page, there are a lot of really great documents and files that we've added over the course of the past year or two that are great education tools. But there's 3 in particular that you're going to really want to focus on when it comes to how do you successfully communicate with the customer leads that you get once you've achieved the rank of Emerald. Because when you achieve the rank of Emerald, you'll start getting customer leads from Beachbody. And a lot of the coaches stumble with, well, what do I do with these leads? How do I communicate with them? What should I say? Is there a way I can systemize myself to really engage these customers that are assigned to me? And the answer is yes. And so if you go to files on the Team Euphoria Facebook page, there's 3 documents in particular. And so just write this down so you know to go back and pull them up. Okay. One is right here, Jessica Vanderberg's winning formula. Jessica Vanderberg is a 5-star Diamond coach who has done most of her business building through the customer leads that she's received. And when you read this document, she provides the scripts that she uses in a very systematic fashion to send out initial communication to the customer leads that she's given. So a very helpful document there. Here's another one here. This is, let me actually open this up. Successful dialogue with a customer. This was a dialogue that I had with one of my customers. So here, have a look. Let me see here. This here is a friend of mine who just sent a random message to me on my Murphy Fitness page, my Facebook page, my like page, and whatever you want to call it, your Beachbody coach page, your health and fitness page, your wellness page. And I've seen a lot of you create pages in the past few weeks, which is great. But here was a friend of mine that I hadn't spoken to in years who came in with this message to me saying, I'm enjoying your Murphy Fitness advice. Thank you for sharing. I just watched your video on Shakeology. So I had thrown a video up on Shakeology, and it caught her interest. So with that, she shared with me some of her history with trying another shake, and she wanted more information. So I sent it to her, and I said, hey, wow, Tara, a blast from my childhood past. So good to hear from you. And I just went on. I told her a bit about Shakeology, told her what I would recommend she does, and so on. And then I added this. Thank you tremendously, and stay tuned for my fitness challenge group kicking off in January. So here I provided some, I planted a seed, stay tuned for my fitness challenge group. I knew that she was obviously struggling with some of her health fitness stuff because of her interest in Shakeology, so I threw it out there to see what kind of response she would give. And from that, it went on. Okay, she was excited, sounds great. I followed up. I'll be running an online support group with what I consider to be the highest quality exercise programs from Beachbody. And then I turned it to her. What are your fitness goals for 2014? Be honest. And this is where we go to the 5-step invitation process, guys. What I'm doing here right now in this document is like the 5-step invitation process. And you're going to find, I won't go through the whole thing here, but you're going to find that in this document, I keep going at her with questions, because the questions I'm asking are really getting down to identify her deepest underlying need. What is her why for wanting to get healthy, get fit? And in doing so, I was just able to go deeper and deeper with her, and she shared more and more, and I said, what would be your goals? Weight loss, toning, firming? I also said, before you purchase Shakeology, tell me a little more about your daily nutrition habits. What are you eating and drinking in a typical day? Really spell it out for me. I want to know and understand everything this person is doing in their current daily living. And then she went on with her goals here. And it goes on and on and on. And I mean, look how much she wrote to me here. This is an example of somebody spilling their beans, because they're trusting me in this rapport building, this relationship building that I'm achieving with her. And she just dumps it out on this page. And so with that, I'm able to finally come back to her with, check out the video to get an understanding of how the support group will work. So right here at this phase of our dialogue, I'm sending her Ever Feel Like This, the video that we talked about in the 5-step invitation process. Well, she came back from there saying, this sounds fantastic. What do I need to do? And in the end, she bought, I sent her some videos on P90X3, and this was the program. She bought the challenge pack. She ended up in my P90X3 challenge group. She's now more than halfway through the program, getting results, feeling great, and this is how it works. So this document is there in the back office. Bear with me. Yeah, here it is. Successful dialogue with customer. That's what it's entitled in the under files of the Team Euphoria Facebook page. And then the last one that I really feel is phenomenal is Nicole Hamilton Jones. And for those of you that don't know Nicole Hamilton Jones, here's her document. Nicole Jones customer lead email samples. So those 3 documents, Jessica Vanderberg's, mine, and Nicole Jones, those 3 documents are really going to help you understand, okay, how should I communicate? How should I systemize? And what should I say to these customer leads that I receive? Quick note on Nicole Jones. She signed up 3.5 years ago as a coach. Her family filed for bankruptcy in, I think it was 2010. And now she's making almost $10,000 a week because of the business that she built primarily through the customer lead program once she achieved Emerald. And Nicole Jones actually spoke at the Beachbody Summit last year. And she's a very humble, soft-spoken girl who just systemized herself and communicated with her customers in a way that nobody fell through the cracks. And those customers trusted her. They welcomed her invitations to come into her challenge groups, and now she's really writing her own story with Team Beachbody. So we all have that opportunity here. Okay. Let me just look at my notes real quick. All right, let me close out my screen share, and I'll go back to the normal meeting.